There are a lot of good sources that I've looked at since the market started yesterday to figure out if this is real or not. Could this be the start of the last part of this market cycle, where Bitcoin goes on its last parabolic run, Ethereum comes out, altcoins like XRP follow, and so on? I see a lot of expectation from chart experts with good track records. In fact, many of them are sure that market participants were waiting to hear Fed Chair Jerome Powell's speech yesterday morning, which completely changed the market for the better. Most people also think that the Federal Reserve will lower the federal funds rate in several steps. A lot of economists think that the first cut will be 25 basis points, and then there will be another 25 basis points for a total drop of 0.75% before they may stop that trend. That's what the market wants. That is without a doubt what the market wants. What happened was seen by you. Right? Because of this news, the S&P 500 hit a new all-time high yesterday. The Dow Jones hit a new all-time high when people heard this news yesterday. The Nasdaq 100 also hit a new all-time high. In fact, the most important event was the Russell 2000's rise yesterday. It went up about 3.84%, which isn't a new high, but was the most of all the measures I just talked about. That's very important because it means people in the market are willing to take on more risk. Investors in cryptocurrencies are also market participants who are more interested in stocks now that they are further out on the risk curve in small caps. People are the same because their DNA is the same. Because of this, if you own both types of assets, you are more likely to be affected by Bitcoin risk. And in the past, that's been the case. That's why it's so important. Then yesterday, Ethereum hit a new all-time high. It is selling just below that level right now. It has, however, set up a vault season in the past. Can you see all of these things? As a side note, a Binance currency sets a new record high. This market, everyone should see it, I'm telling you. I am going to share the thoughts of several XRP chart experts. One of them thinks it is very likely that we will see $13 soon because it is set up so well for a long run. We can also get there very fast. When the market gets to later stages, things move quickly. Because of this, it is not crazy to think that XRP will hit $13 sooner rather than later, especially since this has happened before. After going down for 24 hours, XRP is now at $3.03. It may not be the lowest level in 24 hours now. In fact, it stays at $2.78, which is the lowest level in 24 hours. It went up to just over $117,000 yesterday, and he bought it at $115,347 just before Jerome Powell's speech. Besides that, he has definitely changed his mind. I can't remember the amount right now. It went up quickly. Since the Fed is going to cut rates in September, I think there is a good chance that it will be above 90%. Doesn't it seem interesting how everything works? I always say that when it comes to markets, history tends to repeat itself, since it's true. Yes, that is definitely true. Also, notice how, just like it always has, everything is falling into place. The pricey shows you used to watch are happening again in the same way. So the question is not whether it will happen or not, but how high and when. That means those are real question marks. But will it? Son, it's right now. It's right in front of you. Zoom, who looks at charts, posted this late last night. It's long everything season now. People who have been following me for a while know that I don't say things like this very often, and they're right. I really haven't heard him say anything like this before. And this is the only time it's okay to say something like that. Yes, it is the long season for everything. In fact, this has happened before in 2017. I went through my first one. In 2017, there was a short time, maybe 30 to 60 days, when you couldn't make the wrong buy. In Bitcoin, you could never lose money. It wasn't possible. No matter what you bought, it was going to go up. Until one day, not long after that, it wasn't true anymore, of course. This is going to be fun because that will also happen here. It will be exciting. Everything will go up and everyone will think they are very smart about money. But you should know that just because the market is going crazy doesn't mean you're a financial genius. You should know that it's lucky. It's wonderful for us. It could make a difference in your life and it might keep doing that, but you shouldn't think that it will forever. This is a post by Crypto Michael. He warned that bears would be killed with no mercy in the coming weeks. People who sold their stocks in a panic will have to buy them back at a higher price so they don't miss the next leg up of the biggest bull run in history. It does happen that way all the time. Because of this, these smart people make their resumes look cute. They think they are smarter than other people. Even though I'm just a regular guy, what I saw on the charts makes me think that the market is going to crash. Then, they are pushed to the edges. I'm just telling you not to stress out. It's just not true. In both the stock market and cryptocurrency, the best way to spend is to buy a lot of different things and then do nothing. And that's right, not a single thing. Get my training under box here. I really don't have a course, but I also don't have anything else to give you. I don't have a course though. You don't have to take a school to get very rich with cryptocurrency. Get a lot of attention. Useful coins need your care. The market thinks that big caps are the smartest choice, so that's what users choose. It looks like they're ranking the things that make the most sense to you, right? In general, these are the coins that have been tested the most and can be trusted the most. People buy those because they already do the work for them. Then they wait as long as it takes to get the lucky money that will change their lives. Well, there you have it. They aren't rocket scientists, and neither is it. Please take a look at this. What you want is another measure that has worked in the past. That is correct. That will be the case the whole season. This is the amount of the market capitalization that Bitcoin takes up. We're at a low point this year. Look at this. After years of somewhat showing up since 2022, down to 58.43%, it is finally breaking down at the point where you would hope and expect it to happen based on history. I mean, how high was Bitcoin not long ago? June is here around 6 o'clock. It went up almost 66%, and the thing was nearby. It is now 58.43% less than it was. And if the past happens again, this will keep falling like a rock and all the coins will be gone. That's why we'd like to see that continue.